That's okay, just sort it out.
Hello, gang. Welcome to the Iron Lion Vault comic book live sale, the Friday night comic live sale. My name is Lance. I'm going to be your MC for the evening. You may also hear Padre. He's kind of my he's in the second banana seat here.
Hey,
That's what you get from him. He helps me in putting names on comics. So what that means is, as we're going through, we're going to be showcasing some really cool books here this evening. I got some cool stuff ready for you guys.
he do.
Yeah. that he do. It'll look something like this. This is kind of how it looks. So we'll be showing cool books kind of like this. Cool, fully intended, with this Fire and Ice #1. If this is something you'd like to add to your collection, I'm going to post it here. That has the price on it. We talk about it briefly. And in there you'll type claim and then something related to that book. So if, like, this is a Fire and Ice book, you claim fire, claim ice, claim FI, claim F plus I, claim Fire and Ice. It's Fire and Ice, Welcome to Smallville #1. Abbreviations are completely acceptable. That's perfectly fine too. Sometimes it'll be fast. That's okay. And if you see somebody has claimed something ahead of you, or it comes up on screen ahead of you, I really try to keep it fair, because we've got multiple streams going. We've got our Iron Lion Vault page, we've got the Iron Lion proper Facebook page, and then we've also got our YouTube channel going too. So we want to get as many people in here as possible. Good evening, Mr. Ricardo. I hope you've had a nice week. I know we've sent some cool books your way there, Ricardo. And yeah, I hope you guys have had a great week. Feels like, honestly, I'm kind of already into October mode, so there might be some Halloween themed things coming up tonight. I was like, should I wait till next week? No, we got Halloween's great for comics. There's all sorts of cool stuff that we're going to share, but try to tie into that. We got some Halloween stuff coming up at the Iron Lion, and even more even before then. So, like I said, October is pretty much upon us. It's almost here. October 2, if you guys are here in Colorado Springs or want to make the trip to the Iron Lion, the evening of Monday, October 2nd, we have our comic trade night. It's a fun time. I already see some names popping in here who have joined us there. Saul, what's going on? Welcome. And pretty much the comic trade night, it's just bring some books that you have overage of, or ones you've already read, or like you want to trade up, or you've already traded them up, or something like that. Bring those in, trade with some other comic fans. It's a great community. I love talking comics with a bunch of people in person, and yeah, sometimes we just bring whatever we just got back recently, whatever we just opened, whatever was just shipped to our house. Like, this is a room of ogling eyes, of like, oh, that's cool. So you can just do that too. Nothing wrong with that. Comic trade night, Monday, October 2nd. We kind of close down officially, but it goes from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. that Monday night. So that's a couple weeks out. And then so like I said, if you're local, come to Comic Trade Night in a couple weeks. But through the evening, we'll be showing some cool books. I'll be sending out invoices on Monday, and then also be sending the books that we claim to the shop. So if you're local to Springs, you can come pick those up at the shop after Monday. Sometimes it's like kind of late in the day that they get transferred over there. That's okay. If you're not local, no big deal. We ship books out all over the country. It's I don't know. It's that easy, right? I see a lot of non-local names already too. So hey, you know where it's at. And if you spend $75 collectively or more, then Iron Lion covers the shipping too. That can be like one book. That can be all the books. It can be a couple weeks. That's totally fine too. Howdy, Mr. Jeremy Parker Ryan. Howdy there. Let's see. We'll be starting in just about a minute or two here. Hello, Mr. Josh. Hello there. I'm glad you joined us again. Welcome, Josh. The Monday is National Comic Book Day. I don't know if you knew that or not. It's Iron Lion's we're gonna celebrate National Comic Book Day. It's on certain calendars. It might not be on yours yet. That's okay. Come by the Iron Lion on Monday, because we'll be offering 30% off the comics in the store, with 15% off the slabs and the comics that are behind the glass. So there's some really nice books that'll be. We're moving some things out. We want to make room for more cool stuff, And if that helps fill in some things in your collection, or if you want to pick up a run or something like that that you haven't picked up yet, it's a really good way to do it. So that's on Monday. Monday from 11 to 6, our shop hours. That's in-store only. So if you're nearby, you should come by. What I said, did I mention the duplicate copies? I did not. If there's more than one claim, sometimes there are books I have more than one of. It also helps to inform like what I show from week to week. If I get 10 claims on something, like, okay, I'm going to try and find some more of those and we'll get those in weeks coming. So we're starting here about 5 o'clock. We try to wrap up around 7, but about 10 minutes till 7, we'll do maybe 15 till 7, 6:45. We'll do a recap of everything that hasn't been claimed up until that point. So if you have to kind of step out or get dinner or do something with the fam or whatever, come back in that last like 15 minutes or so, and you'll see the recap of everything that's kind of that. We'll get one more little FaceTime here for a moment. All right, I think that's most of all of it. If you have any questions, put them in the chat there. Even if it's not related to this, you got a great resource of some great comic minds here too. Good evening, Mr. Buckwild. He says, "Good evening. My name is Buck, and I'm here to hopefully get some claims on some books." Thank you for the Kill Bill. Claim DNA. You give me a claim DNA, and you're gonna be. We're giving away that foil Fire and Ice #1. The DNA is because that's a cover done by David Nakayama. There's his signature there, and he's got tight style that works really well with characters like this for sure. Claim DNA. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, there you guys are all jumping in there. As well you should be. Jeremy Parker Ryan, JPR, you're the first. JPR with the DNA. Congratulations. That's our first claim of the evening. Showing us how it's done. You guys, all right. Some with all caps, some without. I'd say, hey, it all counts.
Multiple feeds. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Yep, sure do.
Great.
All right, let's see. We'll go from Fire Eyes to a book from 1986. Let's start us off with an X-Men book. X-Men's always popular. X-Men number 209. John Romita Jr. does our cover here. JR, that's how he signs his stuff. He does big, bulky characters great. So I'm a fan of John Romita Jr. on Colossus particularly. Chris Claremont is our writer here on our Uncanny X-Men from 86. You almost know it's 86 because of that 25th anniversary. 25th anniversary of Fantastic Four #1. That's how they demarked the anniversary of Marvel. Because if you go far enough back on the clock, it gets dicey. Like it wasn't always Marvel. Which book? Fantastic Four #1, as Marvel decided it. All right, we'll go from 86. Let's see, we'll jump forward 15 years to Silver Surfer number 50 for 5. The second print. Get that out real quick, and we already saw the Fire and Ice foil cover. Here is the second print of the first foil embossed cover comic. That is Silver Surfer number 50, and they help us out pretty clearly with that second printing there in a unique little corner box that Ron Lim illustrates illustrates Surfer one more time. A Silver Surfer and Thanos in there. It's very cool. I dig that a lot. Ricardo is our first with the Claim SS. That's a nice quick way to get the Silver Surfer in there. The second print of that and it's also evident with the black lines on there too. The other one is all foil. You get some more drawn limbs detail in there. Ricardo, congrats on the Silver Surfer. That's a great pickup. Okay, two books here. You get both books for $6. The reason I paired these together is it's Amazing Spider-Man number 19 and 20 for $6. It's a very fair price point. Joe Kelly is the writer. Joe Kelly, who's a great writer. And it was kind of a reprieve from the Dan Slott runs because we had some big epic stories going along. So you get a Spider-Man Black Cat pairing there with artwork by the Dodsons. You got Dodson here. Terry and Rachel Dodson are our guest artists for 2 issues. And they're, again, John Romita Jr. does our covers here, as I mentioned him on the X-Men book, but Dodson's they're terrific artists, especially on a character like Black Cat. All right, let's see. I've got a Claim ASM from Ricardo. Ricardo, congrats on that. Amazing Spider-Man 19 and 20 with Spidey and Black Cat pairing up there. That's okay, Josh. I understand we'll say kind of lag on the feed sometimes. But yeah, that's why I try to have some multiples of something, because I don't want it to come down to just who pays for the fastest internet. And Venom number 7 for $4. Here, this is, so I was talking about the 25th anniversary of Marvel Comics. This is celebrating the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's up there in the corner, web slinging away, and this is the Spider-Man anniversary variant of our Venom book, with Pete Woods does our cover with a, we'll say kind of a Spider-Manified? Sure. Spider-Manified's Venom there swinging at you for just $4. We got that Venom number 7. Ricardo, oh, well, no, I take that back. That is from Buckwild, Mr. Justin Buckwild Robinson. Congrats on the Venom number 7. Harley Quinn, the 30th anniversary special for $15. Harley's always popular, and a popular character on here, a mainstay of our live sales. I'll try to share some cool ones with you. And this one is just that. This is the 30th anniversary special. $15 on it it's a square bound book. This is the 1 in 10 ratio variant. So for every 10 copies of this anniversary special that are out there, a shop could order one of these. And if that doesn't tip the scale yet, it's a Frank Cho variant cover, unique for that one, and it glows in the dark too. So all the 30 there, the book itself is polybagged, so if it looks a little, that's the poly bag. That's the poly bag in the bag. I'd rather put it in 2 bags that way. The 1 in 10 glow in the dark Harley Quinn 30th anniversary special for $15. In fact, I think even the cover price was $10 to start up. Mr. Jason Jones with the Claim Harley. Love it. Jason, enjoy that cool book. Jason just got some books back from CGC. He's very excited. They're at the shop for him, I think, as of right now. So, yeah, you're going to see some other new slab books coming soon too. Superman Man of Steel number 17, the second print. Let me get that in there too. That was, we saw the Silver Surfer second print here. Our Superman Man of Steel second print for $20. Here's the reason this was such a big deal is. It was justified by second print very quickly, as it says, the first cameo appearance of Doomsday. DC helps us out pretty well too with that. That Roman numeral 2 in the corner is that's how you know it's a second print. I mean, it says so inside too, but the first cameo appearance of Doomsday, they knew exactly what they were setting up. Shortly hereafter, we get the death of Superman. Spoiler alert. 20 for Superman Man of Steel number 17. All right, so I know I was just talking about some slabbed books. Let's look at one here. We had Harley a moment ago. Here's her other half. Poison Ivy number 8 for $40. This is graded at 9.8. Let me get that full title up in there with our titling up top. This is Jenny Frazone providing the variant cover of Poison Ivy number 8, written by G. Willow Wilson. I like that someone by the name of Willow writes a Poison Ivy book. It's a plant thing. I don't know. G. Willow Wilson can also write Swamp Thing as far as I'm concerned. That'd be great. Frazone's eyes. That's kind of her telltale. I mean, she uses some unique color palette so often, but boy, it's just striking there. Here on that CGC 9/8 Poison Ivy number 8 for just $40. Not that much. Not that much different than the actual grading price, and you're already at a 9/8. Let's see, we had the 1 in 10 Harley a moment ago. We've now got the 1 in 10 Conan the Barbarian, number 1, for $8. This has been a hot book from Titan Comics. I feel like Titan even declared that Conan was like their biggest selling book that they've ever had, it's a good sign. Robert De La Torre does the 1 in 10 variant here, and so it's a Virgin full art. I'll go with the Virgin. A Virgin black and white variant of that cover. Jim Zub is the writer, who's also done things like he's written a lot of Marvel stuff. I kind of associate him to Spider-Man particularly. But Robert E. Howard's Conan is back. All that tight detail in there. That's some art school paying off right there. $8 for a 1 in 10 Conan number 1. Very cool. All right. Buckwild. So on that Conan. Uh, Sorry, just had to grab a little beverage. The audio didn't go out. That was me going out for a second. All right, I like this cover. It's $8. Again, this is a second print we've already had this evening, but this is the second print of Amazing Spider-Man number 31 for $8. And the unique cover here done by Humberto Ramos. I like that quite a bit. And it's we'll say kind of our magazine style of Amazing Spider-Man number 31. This has the first cameo appearance of Mary Jane as Jackpot. And here we have that same Mary Jane, MJ/Jackpot on the cover. There's also first appearance of Madame Monstrosity. Stan Lee would be proud of that alliteration, Madame Monstrosity, as if he was still writing it. And John Romita Jr. does some of the interior artwork. Again, one of the common themes we've had so far here. It is a very oversized Spider-Man number 31 here. That second print of Spider-Man going to Mr. Ricardo Page with the claim SOSV. Yep, I see the corrections. I see what you're up to there. That works. Star Wars Han Solo number 2 for $4. Wiping that away. One of the reasons I want to present this is Chewbacca doesn't get enough covers. I don't think I have to tell this room that. I'm sure you agree. And here he is front and center done on the variant cover done by the amazing Art Adams. I'm going to double down on that alliteration. Art Adams does textures and such so well, and I like what he's got going on here with Chewie here on our Han Solo number 2 for $4, the Art Adams variant. I'm excited that we got this key book back. I'm excited at the grade too. I think you'll recognize this too, I think. Batman number 497 for $75. This is graded at 9.8, and I was mentioning, like, we'll say maybe the most significant thing to happen to Superman, the death of Superman in the 90s here. Here we have maybe the most significant Batman story in that moment with Bane breaking of the Batman. It has kind of a double cover on here. That's the reason you have that black and white to color there. It's like I said, kind of a secondary cover on there on this Nightfall with cover done by Kelly Jones and Bane breaking the bat over his knee. And a kind of classic moment there that we even get represented in a Christopher Nolan film too. What it do, Mr. Henry? Thank you for joining us tonight. $75 for that Batman number 497. It's, like I said, a 90s Batman classic at a really good price there. I'm like I said, I'm tickled we get to show stuff like that. All right. Let's see. We saw the Amazing Spider-Man a moment ago with Mary Jane and Jackpot. We got Miles Morales Spider-Man, and in fact, I changed my own price on here. It's a 1 in 10 ratio variant. Let's make it $8. I think that 12 is that's too much. It should be 8. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 38. It's the 1 in 10 design variant, and we have the cover here with Billy Morales. And one of the reasons that we get Billy focused so much here, that's Miles' sister. This is the first appearance of Spider Smasher, when she dons that title. The Spider Smasher's first appearance is in Miles Morales number 38, and then that design cover here where you get to see kind of some behind the scenes of like how the artist is putting this together and what the first time she appears on a panel, she's been drawn many times already. That's one of the things that I feel like just to kind of respect in an artist process like that. How much work goes into what you haven't even seen yet. All right, let's do actually a few Spidey books here. Here's a little trivia question for you. I think you guys will know this one. So, is the Lizard's alter ego? The Lizard goes by another name. What is, before he's Lizard, when he's not Lizard, what is his name? And if you know that, put that in the chat. You're going to get Amazing Spider-Man #2 with Lizard front and center there with a terrific Ryan Ottley cover. Ryan Ottley's doing the interior artwork as Nick Spencer's writing it. And yeah, he's got just such a cool energy to every page. And I see some correct answers. Mr. Christopher Ashmore, you are correct. Jeremy Parker Ryan, you are correct. And stupid spell check. I understand that. Kurt Connors. Way to double down there. You got it. Dr. Kurt Connors is the alter ego of Amazing Spider-Man. And the first one, even correcting his own spell check, is from Mr. JPR, Jeremy Parker Ryan. Jeremy, congrats on the Amazing Spider-Man #2. I know, spell check doesn't... It's trying to help us. It really is, guys. Dr. Connors, you are correct, Mr. Josh. All right. That is a great book at a great price. #1, rated at 9.6. All new Captain America, #1, rated at 9.6 for just $30. $30 for that book from 2015. Sarah Pacelli does our cover here. Rick Remender provides story. It's and as you can see, we got our Sam Wilson Captain America wielding the shield on that Sarah Pacelli variant cover. Kind of one of those. I kind of feel like you can't go wrong on it for a nice high grade Captain America #1. Ricardo agrees with claim Cap that we will take it. Ricardo, congratulations on that Captain America #1. All right, so this is kind of one of those. Yeah, it's spooky season, whatever, Halloween times, whatever. We'll get an entire run here. Vampirella Dracula Unholy, numbers 1 through 6 for $25. It's a 6-part series. You get all 6 issues here, and it's worth showcasing all the covers here. Each of the covers is done by Lucio Perillo. The Vampirella Dracula Unholy is to say that this is the two of them, we'll say, the union of Vampirella and Dracula. Essentially them getting married. $25, you get all 6 issues. Like I said, each issue has just such a good looking cover on it. And I think it all came together there, kind of in 2 lines there, but Mr. Justin Robinson with the Vamp Claim. Buckwild, we'll put your name on there. Let me know if I'm in the air, but I think you're going to love that. Christopher Priest is a writer, too. He's awesome. He's kind of a comic convention. I've seen him at a couple conventions. Very nice guy. I like Christopher Priest. All right. So I've got a newer book here with both Batman and Catwoman kind of in the Gotham War. Batman #137 for $5. This is, we have the reintroduction of Vandal Savage. We'll see where, we'll see kind of where she ends up in the pantheon of some of the stronger, amazing Batman femme fatales. Jorge Jimenez does the cover and the interior work, and Chip Zdarsky is the writer. Man, those are all aces. You could follow them and kind of never be steered wrong. If you're just reading stuff that Chip Zdarsky writes, or just reading comics that Jorge Jimenez illustrates, they're both so good. And they're together here on Batman #137. It was one of our picks of the week recently here, and we have it available for you here too. Part of that Gotham War as well. All right. So here's a set. I'm very familiar with half of this. You'll see what I mean here. If you know the other half, this might be right down your alley because people love this series. DC Ruby, numbers 1 through 7 of 7. You get the entire 7-part series of the DC Ruby crossover for $20. I think it was last year they did a Ruby Justice League Ruby miniseries, and I mean it was very popular as well. It's one of those books that if where I sit sometimes, I get to see what people order, and to see the from issue 1 and the books go on and it grow from each issue. That's a very uncommon thing. The Ruby books do that almost every time. So it kind of ends up, someone came in the shop, recognized, was like, oh, well, that's great. I didn't know there was a DC Ruby crossover, and then it just grows from issue 1. They're moving there forward. I also like the framing of each one. I don't know. That's a great presentation of uniform covers. Margaret Bennett is our writer here of that DC Ruby numbers 1 through 7 for $20. The entire run of that. Dave Sturgis with Claim Ruby. Some cool artwork on those, says Richard Sandoval. Yeah, I agree. They look good. And Dave, congrats on that set. I hope you enjoy it. That's I'm kind of one of those. I enjoy that we can share it as in its entirety that way. I feel like that's no need to piece it away in 7 separate purchases or something like that. Here's some other cool art coming your way from Miguel Mercado. X-Men number 21 for $15. That's a Virgin cover. You're not missing anything else on that cover. And Juggernaut's filling it wonderfully. This is the Unknown Comics exclusive for $15, directly from Unknown Comics. The Virgin Juggernaut variant coming right at you. It looks so pretty. It's dynamic. It's a dynamic, and I almost don't want any title in here. He fills it so perfectly. X-Men 21 for $15. Batman Dreamland for $5. This is actually a very good price point for essentially a graphic novel. It's a nice square-bound book. It's quite a few pages. It's at least 64. This came out in 2000, and this is Batman, the world's greatest detective, checking out Area 51. So if you like Batman, if you like aliens, they all come together right here. Norm Brayfogle paints the interior of this too. So he paints the cover and the interior, written by Alan Grant, who has background in the animated series too. Super cool stuff. Claim Dream from Jeremy Parker Ryan. Claim Dream. This looks very dreamy. I like it. Thank you. All right, let's do. Yep, you hear that rattling around. Okay, $40 for a 9/8 graded. Again, I love that we can do this sometimes. 9/8 Wolverine number 31. We have the Emma Frost here on the cover. The timeless full art variant done by Alex Ross. Layer of cool stuff. Benjamin Percy's the writer. Alex Ross's, we'll say kind of as his series of showcasing some of Marvel's greatest characters in kind of a retro state. So this is kind of an Emma Frost as she appeared early in the X-Men books. The timeless full art variant. There we go. And there's some of the other Wolverine information. That's what would otherwise be on the cover, but Alex Ross gets to call in and say, nope, make mine as good as that Juggernaut cover, something like that. $40 for Wolverine 31, the Alex Ross full art timeless variant, graded at 9/8. Batman vs. Predator 2, number 1 for $5. This is the DC Dark Horse crossover, and there we got 2. The second time, Batman and Huntress now face off against Predator in Gotham City. Paul Gulacy is the cover artist on here, and if you hadn't already seen, Predator's facing off against Wolverine on a new comic that came out this week. This was from 1994, so it's now a Marvel in-house joint with Marvel owning Fox too. But that was the DC Dark Horse from the 90s. The Claim Batman from Ricardo. Congrats on the Batman Predator book there. I rather like these lenticular books too. Defenders number 6 for $5. It's the lenticular tribute to Avengers number 16. So it goes from the Avengers 16 to Defenders. Oh boy, It's tough to get that angle just right on. Sometimes I can hit it on camera really well here. Defenders number 6. Brian Michael Bendis is the writer, and it goes from Avengers Assemble to Sweet Christmas. That's Luke Cage and the Defenders in there too.
Sweet.
It's a really good catchphrase. It's right up there. That's what it should be. All right, so that was
Yeah, your screen didn't give this justice.
I know, it's really cool. Right? So that was a Defenders book. I got a Defenders trivia question for you. You might know it. If not, you can look it up quick if you want. I can't tell if you're cheating. I don't know. I don't even call it cheating. What is the name of Jessica Jones's first comic series? So Jessica Jones, she's been in series with her own name on them. But the first comic to feature her in her first appearance, the book had a very specific name. It's not Jessica Jones. It's something else. Brian Michael Bendis was the writer. He's also the writer here of this, our Defenders number 10, with Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil, all pairing up on there. Hey there, Mr. Michael. Thank you for joining us. And Buckwild, you're not far off. Spider-Woman is a good guess. However, Justin Norvell, forgive me, Justin, I think it's maybe the first time I've seen your name in there. You are correct with Alias. Good pull. Good pull on Alias being, that was the name of Jessica Jones's first comic from the Marvel Max series, I believe it was called. Daredevil, another good guess. And Christopher Ashmore, you were spot on with Alias as well. But let me get that right. So Justin Norvell, congratulations on winning that free Defenders book by way of a display of knowledge. I'm proud of you. All right. Okay. This is a cool book. I'm gonna share us a couple ways for you. $6 here we have on Birds of Prey number 1. Frank Cho does the cover. We had his cover on Harley Quinn just a moment ago, and this is a new series with I believe it's just a mini series with Harley Quinn, Black Canary, Zealot from Wildcats, and our cover here is they're calling it a triptych cover. It's kind of a thing that would be like in cathedrals and stuff like that. I'll call it a gatefold, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So we do have 2 copies of this. What it means is, so the cover actually goes from there, wraps around, and then if in a triptych manner, you all 3, it makes that 3 covers there. Let me get an actual focus on there, because it is a really cool gatefold. And if you're like, I really wish I could just see that without all the color in there. On the inside, they have a black and white version of it too. It's a terrific showcase of Frank Cho's work on this. They opted not to put this on 3 separate covers and make them ratio variants or some of that nonsense. So Birds of Prey number 1 has a triptych cover. You can now impress your friends with that little art lesson there. And Jeremy Parker Ryan with the Claim Birds and BOP. I'll take that too from Buckwild. Both of you are getting the Birds of Prey number 1 triptych cover. I'm going to be all smarty pants and use that later again too. Congratulations, gentlemen. I think it's, cover aside, it's a cool book, but that's a lot of fun. Enjoy. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 25 for $30, rated at 9.6 from Boom Studios. Boom with an exclamation point. MMPR here is give Jeremy the one that you opened. They're both fine. Don't you worry. Buckwell. This is the Diamond Retailer Summit C2E2 exclusive edition. So this was exclusive to attendees of the retailer convention in Chicago. The Virgin cover, rated at 9.6, only $30. And Ricardo, I think you're adding to an awesome Power Ranger collection there. Congratulations, Ricardo. We'll get that Mighty Morphin Power Ranger book to you. Buckwild, LOL. Good. All right, if you've not read this series, there's a terrific way to experience it in its entirety. It's a 12-issue series that came out every month, starting in October of, I don't remember what year. We'll say like 95, probably, maybe 96. Batman: The Long Halloween for $40. This is the hardcover deluxe edition of one of the best Batman stories ever told. I don't think I'm alone in throwing that titling around there. One of the best Batman tales, written by Jeff Loeb, illustrated by the late Tim Sale, and each issue came out. It came out month to month, and it was a 1-year mystery as to who's committing these crimes, and kind of pinning it on a specific Batman villain each month that associates to that holiday. It's a ton of fun. Terry came in. He claimed something before he even said hi. Sup, nerd? Congratulations, Terry, on the Batman Long Halloween
Terry Gill.
hardcover edition. Sup, beautiful nerds? Thank you, Terry.
Terry Gill.
Yes, indeed. Yep. If you haven't read that, Terry, enjoy.
Yeah, it's a good book. Sealed.
Oh, and Henry. So, Henry brings people to the sales. Put Justin's claim on his. So, Henry, we'll get you paired up with Justin. Did you got that?
No.
Yeah. Put Henry's name on Justin's book too. That's to say, it goes on the same invoice. Yeah.
And this book?
No, the Defenders, the Alias one, the Free Defenders book, the yellowish color.
Oh.
Yep.
Send that to
Henry and Justin. Yeah. Thank you, Henry. All right. Bjorn Barons is a terrific cover artist and a real square peg into a square hole here on Spawn number 317 for $4. Bjorn Barons does monsters and creatures and stuff so beautifully. Not only do you get Spawn in the book here, but you also get Gunslinger Spawn, Reaper, She-Spawn, Redeemer. It's all kind of it's kind of teasing what ends up and becoming like Scorched, where we get like the Spawn team book in a way. $4 for that Spawn 317. I like the claim Spawn. Michael, we've got you on the Spawn 317.
Michael.
Mr. Michael Thomas. Congratulations, Michael. That's a great Spawn book, and I'm glad it's kind of filling in some of the collection for you. That's super cool. Rogue and Gambit number 3 for $20. I think my voice cracked there. Let me try that again. Rogue and Gambit number 3 for $20. This is from the Unknown Comics exclusive. I think is the second one. Another full art virgin cover. This cover done by Ivan Tao with one of the favorite couples in the X-Men and Mutant Universe, Rogue and Gambit. Ivan Tao, who rightfully has a strong following. It's spelled T-A-O. Rogue and Gambit number 3 for $20. When I say a shop exclusive, what that means is the only way to get this when it first came out would be to order it from Unknown Comics. So anybody who did so, there's a shipping involved or something. There's something. It's shops didn't have an opportunity just to order it themselves. That's what Unknown Comics got to distribute them, and probably commission and pay Ivan Tao something substantial, I'm sure. Oh, thank you, Terry. Terry's noticing I'm wearing collars here. I got my, you got a date tonight? Looking real nice. Thank you. I'm dressing up for you guys. Dress for success. That's right. Predator numbers 1 through 6 for $20. The first cover there done by Lee and Hewick. This is from 2022 to 2023. This is the first Predator series that Marvel did. So this is the first, we'll say mini-series. You get the entire 6-part story, chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ed Brisson is the writer. You got covers here by Leinil Francis Yu as well. This is kind of it flashes into the future just a little bit, and she is now hell bent on a revenge tale against the Predators for having we'll say murdered her family. So she is now actively hunting the Predators in a revenge tale. I like that. That's a good good twist on it, we'll say. So the entire first Marvel series of Predator 1 through 6 for $20. New Mutants number 100 from 91 for $8. Buckwild with Claim Pred. I got you on there.
That's a good buy.
that is a really good buy. I agree. From the first cover on, it's also good. Congratulations on The Predator. I'll tell you a little bit about our key book here, number 100, the last issue of New Mutants before it becomes X-Force. So this is the first appearance of X-Force with Rob Liefeld doing the cover and credited with a lot of the writing. First full appearance of Shatterstar is here in this as well. And this is one of those books that, well, minus the 100 final issue, I had a poster of this on the back of my door when I was a kiddo. I had a few comic posters that I'd gotten from my local comic shop back in the day. New Mutants 100 was one of them, so I had this nice Liefeld piece there that I overanalyzed and learned how to not draw feet from. New Mutants 100 for $8. Robin, the 80th anniversary special, 100 pages for $10. And Justin N. with the claim New Mutants. Justin, congrats on that New Mutants 100. And Henry. Yep. Robin's 80th anniversary, he'd been around for 80 years when this came out, for $10, 100 pages. Again, it's one of those big square-bound, oversized, prestige format books from DC. So when DC would do some of these big anniversary books like this, they would have variant covers celebrating each decade, each of the 80 years. We'd have from today to the 2010s, the 70s, the 60s. This is the 1980s variant done by Frank Miller, a great embodiment of 1980s Batman. They also get just all the aces to contribute anthology type stories, each one focusing or involving Robin. Mark Wolfman, Chuck Dixon, Tim Seeley, Tom King, James Tynan IV, all of them with stories here in our Robin 80th anniversary for just $10. And Frank Miller too. Ooh, okay. I only have one of this. But I think you guys are gonna love it. I think there's a few parties in here who will be scrambling. So I just put it out there. It's graded at 9.4. That's $50. And signed by Clayton Crane. This Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, the Scorpion Comics edition, signed by Clayton Crane in the with that rainbow signature along the bottom there. Graded at 9.4. The yellow banner along there. I know. I tried to get you some opportunity, if you gotta grab a keyboard or something like that. But the first claim of MMPR, which is the second time he's claimed MMPR tonight, is Mr. Ricardo Page. Ricardo, congratulations on this. Is gorgeous. This is such a cool book. I love that we could put that out there. I know there are multiple claims. That doesn't surprise me, but that's okay. That's to say I'll try and find more Clayton Crane signed things and more Power Rangers, and it's great in a lot of ways. and yep, that's okay, you guys. We got more slabs and some other cool ones coming soon, very soon. Here's an older book from 1978, $10 here on Machine Man #1. Jack Kirby is our creator here on Machine Man #1. It's all the Kirby goodness here. It looks so cool. $10 for that book from 78. And this is Machine Man's first solo story, his first solo series, written by Jack Kirby, cover by Jack Kirby, and interior art by Jack Kirby as well. Machine Man, the living robot. And let's see, I got the claim of Machine Man from Mr. Christopher Ashmore. Christopher, you're going to love that. That's a very cool book at I think a very fair price too. Enjoy. Congratulations, Christopher. I like that. Okay. Oh, you know what? I have not shown. I'm going to kind of do what I did on that Birds of Prey book here. I got two of them, so I'm going to show you why this is particularly cool. Something is Killing the Children, #23 for $5. This is the die-cut mask Jenny Frozone variant. And I realize sometimes I just throw around a term like that. Now, you may not, especially in a bag and board, you may not recognize how cool the die cut aspect is. As I say here, the mask on Slaughter here, that does fold over, and you get that die cut. That's what that means. It has that unique cutout with that full cover by Jenny Frazone. $5 here for that James Tynan written Something is Killing Children, number 23. Dave Sturgis he knows exactly how to claim it too. Claim SIKTC. There you go. And Josh with the claim SKTC. I'll take that too. Josh Boyce. Congratulations, Josh.
Josh Boyce.
Yep. Congratulations, Josh, on that Something is Killing the Children, number 5 die cut variant. All right, there's a facsimile edition, but it is worth displaying. This would showcase very well if you need to put it, if you want to put it on a wall, if you want to put it at your work or something like that. No, just $30 on the X-Men facsimile edition, number 1, graded at 9.8. Here's the way I kind of look at some of these facsimile editions. If you need a placeholder until you get the real deal, there's a great way to do it. It's reprinting X-Men all the way down to the ads. You even get to see that on the back. So boys, girls, men, women, if you know just 20 people, you can make at least $50, more likely $100 to $200 in your spare time. Yeah, it's that easy, kids. So and we had Jack Kirby here on the Machine Man just recently. Here is Jack Kirby on the cover of X-Men number 1 as well, with Stan Lee taking a lot of credit for there too. The strangest superheroes of all. If you need to add this to your X to a wall or something like that, like I said, it's even a way like you can put it in like a kid's room or something like that and not worry too much that they have it's a $30 book. A piece of artwork doesn't cost quite that much. That's kind of cool. With the claim X-Man, Mr. Ricardo, congrats on the X-Men facsimile edition, number 1. I think that's just, it costs about that to get it graded too. That's awesome. All right, so we had the signed the Clayton Crane signed book a moment ago. Our next one here, graded at 9.6, is signed by Mr. Mark Brooks. $75. We have on Princess Leia, number 1, signed by Mark Brooks. This is the Mark Brooks variant cover with the silhouette of Leia, with Mark Brooks providing all sorts of classic Princess Leia moments within that silhouette. Great design, and Brooks' signature, very prominent. I like that too. It's taking advantage of that negative space and just looks perfect. The book came out in 2015. However, this was signed in 2019. Mark Waid is a writer here too. Who's now doing awesome work on Batman, Superman, World's Finest, but he'd also written Flash and tons of other great stuff. $75 here for Princess Leia, number 1, graded at 9.6, signed by Mark Brooks. 1, 2, 3. You got 3 great reasons for a cool book. Batman number 118 for $6. I don't know if you've seen this one or not. If not, welcome. This is awesome. So our Batman 118 for $6. If you don't recognize the pose already, that is an homage to Spider-Man number 1, to Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man number 1. Victor Bogdanovich does the homage to McFarlane's Spider-Man. And we get a few other tells here too, with the Batman now kind of looking like a Spider-Man along there, arcing that way. The all-new collector's item issue? Question mark? Sure, why not? This is also, it's kind of a fun way to kick off a new creative team on Batman here too. That this is first one's written by Joshua Williamson, and right after Fear State. So just kind of taking a new direction, a fun way to make a big splash with that homage cover. I got 2 claims, and in fact, I do have 2 of them. Dave Sturgis and Christopher Ashmore. You're both getting the Batman 118 homage cover, the homage variant. This makes for some of my favorite claims. I hope you guys like this one. Godzilla, Best of Mecha Godzilla for $7. This is from IDW, an oversized book. There's, again, a lot of pages going on in here, as they collect and reprint some of the best Mecha Godzilla stories of all time. Aren't they all the best? How can you even choose? Biggie does the variant covers here for the IDW best of books like this, with a big, a very graphical design look to it. And I like his take here on Mechagodzilla. It probably doesn't quite register, but there's like this radiating circle type of thing going on the within the texture there. It's a very subtle tonal difference of pinks on our Godzilla here, but that's all right. Best of Mechagodzilla for $7. Let's see. Andrew Turner with the Claim God, and Terry with Claim Godzilla. I came ready with two of them. I tell you what, that actually kind of informs our mystery sale. We're going to do a mystery a little earlier, but as I was just saying, IDW does does the best ofs like that. So we've also got we're going to do a TMNT best of mystery sale. It's just $4. Each of the books are worth, honestly, like $4 to $7. Or it's at least $4, usually $5, $6, $7. But I know you're also going in kind of cold here. So it is TMNT best ofs that focus on specific Ninja Turtle and Ninja Turtle adjacent characters. If you'd like to play along in that mystery sale, give me a Claim mystery. I see a couple in there already. So Ricardo, I think you were in the first spot. And Jeremy, JPR with Claim Turtle. I'll take Claim TMNT, I understand that. Claim Mystery, also going to Andrew Turner. Just kind of getting these in line here. Let's see. Claim ML. Michael Thomas in there. And let me see, I got 1, 2, 3, let me see, 8, B, C, D, E. I got 5 total in here. So who's right after Michael Thomas? And then the next one there is Justin N. Okay. All right, and Michael, this is up to you. Well, Michael's seen some of these books. I'll spoil it that way. Michael Thomas has seen some of these books. Michael, let me know if you're, because you know what that means. If you'd still like to play along in the mystery, I've got you in the 4th spot. So the spots I've got is Ricardo, Jeremy, Andrew Turner, Michael Thomas, and Justin. Michael, you're good with it? Nice. All right, cool. So Ricardo, give us our first A, B, C, D, or E. Which of these TMNT best of mysteries would you like? Okay, Michael says he'll pass. I understand. So that all right, that gets us to, let's see, it comes down to just a couple seconds in there. Josh, I think I've got you in the next one there. You and Henry are mighty close. I've got you like down to, like I said, very, very close in there. But Ricardo, and then Jeremy, you'll be in the next spot. Ricardo with the E as an echo. Ricardo, you've got the TMNT best of Splinter with that Biggie cover there too. Again, like I said, it just looks really striking. I like how they present, and they're fun reads because it does cross a lot of eras. So Ricardo, congratulations on that. Jeremy, you're next up, and then Andrew, you're going to be next up between A, B, and D. Andrew, Jeremy, I got you on the C as in Charlie. TMNT best of Shredder. He's got a lot of tales that could be utilized in here. Honestly, I feel like there are some that they choose on occasion. I'm like, there can't be that many stories. There's tons of great Shredder stories to choose from. Jeremy, congrats on the best of Shredder. So Andrew Turner, you're next up, and you are right on line there.
This is Jeremy Parker.
Correct. And then Justin, you're going to be after Andrew between A and B. Because Andrew, you got D as in Delta, with the best of Casey Jones. See, like, again, like when you get to see them all lined up like this, they look really cool that way. So, best of Casey Jones, another character who has a lot of great options from which to choose. Andrew, congrats on the Casey Jones.
Andrew Turner.
Correct. Justin, you're next up between A and B, and you're right on it. All right, Justin with the A as an alpha, with the best of April O'Neil, a very stylized Biggie, a character who sees a lot, very artist dependent, but the yellow jacket, of course she has the yellow jacket on. the kind of Jubilee looking jacket. As all reporters who want to be, maybe undercover at all, you wear the brightest yellow jacket you possibly can. Justin, congrats on the April O'Neil.
Justin Robinson.
Justin N.
Oh, Justin in. Got
And
it.
then Josh, you were in the last spot. Last but not least, Josh B, as in voice, he had TMNT Best of Jenica. It really all kicked off with the best of each of the Ninja Turtles, and it makes sense that we've now gotten to even Jenica as well. So, yeah, there's so many cool ones in here, and I hope you guys enjoy these. Thank you for playing along, everyone. Josh B with B as in Bravo.
Josh B.
Congratulations, yeah. And he says, awesome, I'm only missing a couple from the set. I love them. I love the look of them. Thank you, sir. Yeah, they present so well. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Andrew. I'm glad that filled in a little bit from the set for you there, too. All right. Thanks for playing along in the Mystery Sale. I tried to put some cool stuff together. That was one that kind of presented itself. Amazing Spider-Man presents Anti-Venom for $10. For $10, you get the entire trade paperback. Again, a nice square-bound edge there. Reprinting Anti-Venom numbers 1 through 3 and as part of Amazing Spider-Man Extra number 2. If you want to read a cool Anti-Venom story, this one focuses directly on that. Written by Dan Slott with artwork by Chris Pachalo. This book came out in, I believe, 2010. There is a second print. I don't know if there's a third print. So it's kind of one of those that hasn't been reprinted in a while, but a character that still has an awesome following. Anti-Venom, the trade paperback for $10. I think it's at least a $15 cover. I remember that too. We'd seen the Spider-Man's 60th anniversary on the cover of Venom. Here we have him on the cover of Ghost Rider, number 3 for $4. Our 60th anniversary of Ghost Rider with Mobili. I think that's how it's... Yeah, we'll go with that. The Mobili cover, variant cover. Ben Percy is the writer, but what I particularly enjoy is Ghost Rider hanging off the edge of a building a la Spider-Man. I think that's just dang fun. I would like to see a Spider-Man Ghost Rider. Do a little bit more with that. And we also have the spider on the back of the jacket, the leather jacket too. Glane GR from Mr. Ricardo Page. Ricardo, congratulations on Ghost Rider, kind of Spider-Man. I understand. Some Marvel things mashing up with some other property here. We're on Fortnite X Marvel Zero War number 5 for $6. This is the variant cover done by Ryan Brown, who does a lot of very cool painterly variant covers. It's Fortnite and Marvel coming together, all going against Doom, aka Doctor Doom. The other thing of great interest, especially to Fortnite fans, or if you know somebody who's a Fortnite fan or anything like that, is polybagged, and inside is a digital cosmetic download code. There we go. That's the reason they were all polybagged and wildly popular when they were coming out, to get that exclusive content by way of the Marvel comic. Very clever. Nice tie-in, guys. $6 for that Marvel Fortnite book. Fortnite to Dark Knight. Here we have Dark Knight 3 Master Race. Book 1 for $40. This is a cover done by Jock, J-O-C-K, after Frank Miller. Frank Miller has kind of a panel like this in the original Dark Knight, gritty and gritty is the only word really for it as I can put it. This is the Diamond UK black and white variant. So that's to say this at some point came across the pond. That's the term. I don't know. Written by Frank Miller, so having a Frank Miller homage cover on there for $40 makes complete sense. Dark Knight 3 Master Race is from 2016 for $40. And Dave Sturgis with the claim DK3. Dave, congratulations on that Dark Knight cover. It's really cool.
In the old days, I'd say that's very hard to find. Now with the internet, I don't know.
Yeah, true, but it's nice to get here.
Yeah.
All right, this is a throwback. You guys might remember this. Pizza Hut. X-Men, the Pizza Hut Special Edition, number 3. It was just $3. From Dark Knight 3 to a $3 X-Men, number 3. this was a book that this Mutant Madness was brought to you by Pizza Hut. Comics were very popular. The X-Men animated series was very popular. They then also brought it into Pizza Hut, and you could get a comic each week. This is one of them, written by Scott Lobdell, so they're not messing around. They got like real creators on this too. I'm tickled when they do stuff like that. Anyone could write it, honestly. Oh, Scott Lobdell, he's a real X-Men writer. Ricardo, congratulations on the Pizza Hut X-Men book. I hope it still smells like pizza for you. I hope. I don't know. Star Wars Union #3 for $8. This is from Dark Horse Comics. This is from I'll say Dark Horse's kind of 2000s era of Star Wars books, Lucas books, as they put it. And this is the wedding of Luke and Mara Jade. A nice painted cover there done by Duncan Fregredo. The Dark Horse's Star Wars Union #3 for $8. Hawkeye #1 was from 1983 for $15. This is we'll say the first issue of Hawkeye's first limited series, and it says the origin of Hawkeye and Mockingbird, kind of retelling their first meetup and how they became kind of a tandem that way. Mark Grunwald is the writer and artist on this. The Avengers Ace Archer on his own on a rampage. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
It's also the newsstand edition too. This is one of those books that the newsstand does go for a bit more, but I don't know. If it was not a newsstand, it'd still be worth more than this. Like I said, some will try to get more out of newsstand edition. I don't know. Maybe if it's graded or high grade or something like that, then I'll give that a little more credence. But 15 for Hawkeye #1. $60 for Spider-Geddon #0. The second printing of Spider-Geddon #0, and it's not just like a new coloring. In fact, it is a completely new cover done by Clayton Crane, who also does the interior artwork. This is from an era when Clayton Crane would do not just beautiful covers, but also the interior work too. Christos Gage is the writer here on our Spider-Geddon #0, and that second print is as I was kind of saying, it's a subset of how many were printed of the first one, which is also sought after and valuable. The preview or prequel to that Spider-Geddon series here is Spider-Geddon #0, graded at 9.8 for $60. Again, I feel like a very fair price for a top tier, top graded book like that. All right. Let's look at, we're going to do a trivia question here. Just got one of it, but I think you guys have impressed me already. You guys are going to figure this out too, I think. The mutant who goes by the name Shiro Yoshida goes by what other name? Mutant Shiro Yoshida goes by what name? What would be his kind of X-Men name, if you will, if you know the answer. X-Men #6, the Marvel X variant. I know this, like I said, I feel like I'm challenging a little bit more on that one, but you guys do not disappoint. Silver Samurai is a very good guess, especially based on how it's presented there. But Starfire, you're close, but Sunfire, you are correct, and I believe the first one there was Mr. Josh Boyce. Congrats on the Sunfire. I see a few right answers there. You get that Philip Tan variant with there's Sunfire there as well. I thought just asking who's this guy, but that's okay. You guys might, you guys probably know that. So, congratulations, you guys impressed me. Well done. Josh with the Claim Sunfire. Yeah, Claim. That's okay. Sometimes I also understand we just kind of have that already in the hopper. I would too. That's very reasonable. Congratulations,
Good knowledge.
Sunfire fans. Yeah,
Good knowledge.
exactly.
I did not know.
Well, that's all right. Auto-correcting each time. Yes, no doubt. Oh, here's an artist I've not said his name yet tonight, but that's okay. You'll love the artwork. You'll love this cover. Sins of Sinister for $60, graded at 9.8. This is the Art Germ variant. So we'd seen Alex Ross's take on Emma Frost, kind of the throwback look of like, how she would look like in the 60s and maybe 70s. And this is how she looks today, let's say. The Stanley Art Germ Lau variant here of Sins of Sinister #1, that variant edition with, it's just a striking, gorgeous cover there. $60 for that, graded at 9.8. Exactly. Keep it loaded. Yeah, one in the chamber. I get it. Yeah. It's a fire cover. You got that right. Yeah. Thank you, Justin. Yes. Whether you're referring to to Sunfire or Emma Frost, I'll take it in both. Sure. All right. We got another McFarlane homage done at DC Comics. DC versus Vampires Killers #1 for $5. This is a one-shot spinning off of the DC Vampires, with Brett Booth providing some homage to Todd McFarlane's iconic Batman cover. The DC versus Vampires in that kind of in a post-apocalyptic world, one of the few who could survive the vampires was Harley Quinn. So this actually focuses a bit on Harley Quinn and how she's survived the DC Vampires War, if you will. And Mr. Christopher Ashmore, Claim Killers. I got you on there. And in fact, I had a second one. I had a second one in the chamber, loaded in the chamber too. Let's see, so Christopher Ashmore and Dave Sturgis. You're both getting Killers, the DC Vampires Killers books. All right, this might be a bit of a, I'll say maybe a chunk, but that's okay. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, you get 4 books here. All right, this is a really good 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you got the full story arc of our Amazing Spider-Man numbers 27 through 30. It delivers on what we get on the cover there. It comes right after the Spider-Man Black Cat books that we'd seen much earlier. And this is the return of Dr. Octopus, chapters 1 through 4 of 4, written by Wells, with art and covers by Ed McGuinness. So if you think the covers look cool with, we'll say that, and that too is an homage. It's there was a Spider-Man book back in the day with Spider-Man and the reflection of Doc Ock's goggles, and McGuinness is a very good fit for, I don't know, he's got a high energy, a lot of fun stuff going on there. The full Return of Dr. Octopus series here, numbers 27 through 30 for $10. That's a great price point for those. I got one more set here. We're gonna follow that set with another set, and we'll say the entire miniseries. This is a cool one. You get chapters 1, 2, and 3 for $10 as well. From Dark Horse Comics, We Have Demons, numbers 1 through 3 of 3, written by Scott Snyder with artwork by Greg Capullo. That's the tandem that gave us really the best thing to come of the DC's New 52 was the Batman series that the two of them worked on. Greg Capullo, great on Batman, great on Spawn, and now here he is kind of co-creating, co-working on that. We Have Demons 1 through 3. It's a mini-series in which, it's angels versus demons, let's put it that way. And in fighting the demons, our lead may have to make an uncomfortable affiliation with another demon. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Each of them, there's a lot of pages in each one too, so it's each one, like I said, pretty well oversized too. If you've not read it yet, I think you're going to enjoy it. Dave Sturgis with the Claim Demons. Congratulations on the We Have Demons, the full story arc from Dark Horse Comics, and like I said, two great creators on there. Ghost Rider Wolverine, Weapons of Vengeance, Omega, number 1 for $5. Now here's what's kind of weird, is Marvel has done this for some time. If they'll tell we'll say kind of a mini-series, they'll start it with Alpha, number 1, and then close it with Omega, number 1. So it's biblical that way, the Alpha and the Omega. But it went from Ghost Rider Wolverine to Ghost Rider, then to Wolverine, then back to the Ghost Rider Wolverine. Weapons of Vengeance, Omega number 1, written by Benjamin Percy. It's the Ghost Rider and Wolverine versus the Stitcher. It's a good name for a villain to unite those two. And Ryan Stegman provides our dynamic cover here of Ghost Rider Wolverine, Weapons of Vengeance, number 1. Dave, you are quickly coming close to doing Jeremy on the list. To joining Jeremy on the list? Fuck, well, yeah. You should keep claiming stuff. I haven't said these are the only ones we have of some of these. Dave taking it in stride. I appreciate that. All right. Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy number 1 for just $4. This is created by the Rons. We've got Ron Mars writing it and Ron Lim as the cover artist and interior artist. Ron Lim, who has been working on Silver Surfer since 1990, but that number 50 that we had early on, he also did that Silver Surfer. He's a great pairing. I mean, if you can't have Jack Kirby on every issue of Silver Surfer or Mobius or something like that, that's okay. Ron Lim is a terrific match for that. It's Silver Surfer and Legacy coming back as well. We're also teasing within this series, we're going to get like Galactus and Thanos, all the cosmic villains that we would like. Andrew Turner with Claim Silver. I would also claim Duke Silver. That would have counted too. Congratulations, Andrew, on that Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy number 1. All right, so we'd seen the die cut edition of a book from the series. We got graded at 9.8. Something is Killing the Children, number 29 for $50. Our 9.8 variant cover, written by James Tynan IV. I'll let you know. I realize I reference James, as I've called him, Tinian for so long. It's James Tynan. I found an interview with him, and they said his name, and I was like, oh, man, I feel bad. Okay, James Tynan, our scribe on this great, we'll say, horror series, Something is Killing the Children, with, I like this cover. That just spilling over into everything else is awesome. And I tell you what, you guys are letting me know. I need to get more Something is Killing the Children graded books. The first claim of Sict is from Mr. Saul Lopez. Saul, congratulations on the Something is Killing the Children, number 29. Okay, I got it. All right. Note to self. Grade more Something is Killing the Children books. I can do that. Nice claim. Yeah, I appreciate it. Boom. Yeah, so it's well done. Well done with the boom exclamation point. That's from Boom Studios. That's clever. It's good. All right, here's a cool key book. I like that we got this one graded. For $125 is Marvel Spotlight, number 28. Graded at 7.5. This is the first solo Moon Knight story. So Moon Knight's first solo book, spinning out of, we'll say, fan-derived success from Werewolf by Night. Moon Knight then gets his own solo, or say, headlining story, and then later, in about 4 years, Moon Knight number 1 will come out too. So it says more Something is Killing Children, more Strange Academy. You're not wrong. I would like to get more of those. We should. All right, I can make that happen. Yeah, but with, see, kids, you can still make more money and get prizes. I think they were really targeting kids back then. This is the second one I flipped over and like, hey kids,
There's cigarette ads in these?
Just about. The first solo Moon Knight story graded at 7.5 for $125 from 1976. Yeah. All right, you get both covers here. There's a 1-2 here. And if you like the artist, if you like the character, you can't pass it up. Amazing Spider-Man number 79 for $20. You get both the Gabriel Del Auto covers here. The trade dress and the Virgin cover These are Unknown Comics exclusives, exclusive editions. They're gorgeous. I rebagged and boarded this one because that's all it needed, but it looks so cool. Our Spider-Man 79 for $20. You get both covers. Ricardo, mighty quick on the Claim SM. Congratulations, Ricardo. Those look so cool. You're gonna love those, especially when you see them in person. You're gonna be like, man, these are. You will not be disappointed. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Infinity War, numbers 1 through 6 for $30. This is the entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all 6 chapters of that Infinity War series from 1992. This followed the 1 year prior we had Infinity Gauntlet, and of course we're going to need the Infinity War to follow that up. And each one has a gatefold cover, and all of them written by Jim Starling. Ron Lim does the artwork. I'm a Ron Lim fan, so there you go. Claim IW, very quick with there. Mr. Josh Boyce, congratulations. I think that's might cool. There's also like the first appearance of the doppelgangers, Spider-Man's doppelgangers in that first one. That's one that like they've gone back and utilized that Spider-Man doppelganger quite a bit. So you got that first appearance in there as well. So congratulations, Josh. I hope you enjoy that Infinity War. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. It may not be something that's killing the children, but if it's a book that you like to read, I will put this one out here from James Tynan as well. $10 for House of Slaughter numbers 6 through 10. This is the entire Scarlet arc, chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of 5. Jake and Sonny versus the White Masks, kind of in that House of Slaughter spin-off book from Something Is Killing the Children. Just $10 for the House of Slaughter Scarlet arc. I do very much appreciate that they even help us out with that Scarlet Part 1, and it titles it on there. So the first, they're generally doing five-part stories. I think that's going to be the machination of House of Slaughter, that we get the 5-part series, and we can also rotate. The writer remains the same, but we can rotate the artists who contribute to it. So we're not exhausting any single artist to hit that monthly, which is, again, it's a great structure. $10 for the House of Slaughter, numbers 6 through 10. And Dave Sturgis with that Claim House of Slaughter. Enjoy. I hope you like that. That's, you got the whole story arc there. Worth opening those up, especially at that price point.
Yeah, for $10, that's a great buy.
Yeah. All right, so I guess I like I said, I'm leaning into the whole Halloween times thing, but here we go. There's some more. With the Stuff of Nightmares for $12. This is the entire R.L. Stein's Stuff of Nightmares. I really do think that's how it should be presented. There's another Boom Studios book. For $12, you get all chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 of 4. It's a geared towards, even though R.L. Stein is known for like the Goosebumps and the Fear Street books and stuff like that, these are geared towards a more mature audience. Yeah, the covers kind of get us that. It is a two brother doctors, scientists who are reanimating the dead. How could that go wrong? Well, there you go. This is from 2022, R.L. Stein's Stuff of Nightmares. This is also his first creator-owned series that he's created. Well, it's a creator-owned comic. I think that's interesting. I hope they've had some real success with that. I think they should. All right, I'll be honest. I wish I had more than one of this, but you know what? Actually, I can find a few more of these, but. So, I hope you dig this. Wolverine number 23 for $4. I mentioned Wolverine versus Predator just a little bit ago, and this is we'll say kind of their first pairing on a cover. Wolverine number 23 with the versus Predator variant. The cover is done by Kyle Hotz. It's written by Ben Percy. I kind of feel like, if you speculate on books, or if that's the motivation on some of these books, this is kind of a smart one, because I feel like fans of the Wolverine versus Predator may go back to this and say, "Oh, this is their first cover appearance together." That does make sense. It's not in the book, but it is their first cover appearance together. And Kyle Hotz does monsters and everything so dang well. I mean, there's bats and snakes and other bugs and stuff. if there's real estate to illustrate, Kyle Hotz is all over it. I've got 2 claims here on the Wolverine, one from Mr. Saul, and actually I've got 3, so I can make all that happen. So, Saul, Jeremy Parker Ryan, and Ricardo. You're all gonna get that Wolverine Predator cover. I'll have to go in the warehouse and grab some of the others later here. That's okay. I'm all for it. Let's go from. I feel like the antithesis of Kyle Hotz is Scotty Young. Exterminators #1.
So the first claim on this, you got Ricardo and you got Jeremy Parker. The first claim was
And Saul.
Saul. Oh, I'm sorry. Of course it was.
Yeah, it's all good. Exterminators #1 for $5 is our Scotty Young variant, highlighting the 3 stars of the Exterminators series here. That is Jubilee, Boom Boom, and Dazzler. Boom Boom from X-Force. Yeah, she was in New Mutants and X-Force, and Dazzler and Jubilee all together, riding in a monster truck. Why not? Andrew Turner with the claim, Scotty. We gotcha. Congratulations, Andrew. That's it's a fun way to present those 3 characters particularly. And Terry had a claim of Scotty on there too. Terry, I've got you. I've got a second one too. I tried to come prepared. Terry Gill also with the Scotty Young Exterminators #1. There's another one that I priced and then realized, you know what? Nah, we could do a little bit better than that. Vampirella Strikes #1. This is a 1-in-7 ratio variant. We're going to put just $4 here on it. Our Vampirella Strikes is the black and white variant, the cover done by Ben Caldwell, our cover artist. Vampirella Strikes, it was a new series from Dynamite back in, we'll say kind of 2022. And it might as well be Scotty Young doing a spider book or something like that. Yep, she's upside down. Actually, it works pretty well for Vampirella. That Vampirella Strikes 1-in-7 black and white variant. To Mr. Henry Hopkins. Henry, we've got you on the Vampirella Strikes upside down. Batman 129 for $10. Again, harkening back to that Silver Surfer 50 we had early on with our foil embossed for $10. This is the 90s foil variant. They straight up just start saying, like, this is because of the 90s. It's Bane versus Batman, written by Chip Zdarsky, and Ryan Benjamin does the cover. It's mighty cool. I only had one of them, but the first claim bat is to Mr. Andrew Turner. Andrew, congrats on the 90s variant of that silvery awesomeness. All right, Wildcats #1 for $5. This is she's now in Birds of Prey as well, but here we have Zealot there on the cover with our variant done by Art Germ. Art Germ we had on showcasing on another cover earlier. Oh, it was The Sins of Sinister. Here we have, let's say, a raw version of one of those Art Germ covers with Zealot on Wildcats #1. This was kind of a spin-off of Batman, which I think is interesting too. Mr. Jeremy Parker Ryan with Claim Wild. JPR, congratulations on the Wild pickup there. And also by Art Germ. I've got another one here too. You'll see what I mean. I Hate Fairyland #1 for $4. Written by Scotty Young. I don't remember his first name. Bean is the interior artist. He has a very kind of Scotty Young kinetic wild style inside of the book too. It's Alice in Wonderland meets Deadpool. That's the best pitch I've heard for I Hate Fairyland. With Scotty Young now also calling in some, going through his Rolodex of some of his favorites. And I guess you can also get, he can make a direct call to Art Germ. Why not? With the claim IHF as in I Hate Fairyland. There you go, Mr. Ricardo. Ricardo, I hope you enjoy hating Fairyland. All right, this cover can be whatever you'd like. Don't think I've shown a blank cover yet this evening. Edge of Spider-Verse #1 for $5. Edge of Spider-Verse says Spider-Rex is featured in this. I don't think it's his first appearance. I could be wrong. Written by Dan Slott. These Edge of Spider-Verse books were just... It was kind of like... it was a nice primer for the Spider-Verse movie, where you just get tons of Spider-Man characters, lots of first appearances, lots of great creators, and even Lord Miller even wrote one of the issues of Edge of Spider-Verse here as well, the directors of Edge of Spider-Verse. So people were like kind of losing their minds, like they totally I'm sure they created somebody who's going to be in the movie. Like, well, they were all in the movie, to be fair. Every frame has 30 Spider-Men in it, feels like. Edge of Spider-Verse #1, the blank variant, and claim SV to Ricardo. Ricardo, enjoy that Spider-Verse blank. If you get something cool illustrated on there, I like to see those on our vault page. If you want to post it there, I'll gladly approve it, but it's fun to share those. All right, from Spider-Verse to Spider-Man proper. Spider-Man #154 from 1976. Spider-Man versus Sandman. Len Wein is a writer. John Romita does our cover here too. It's Sandman in 1976. He looks like he's from 1976. Very kind of gladiatorial there. We'll put it that way. The Sandman always strikes twice. I don't know if that's a phrase. I'll have to ask Len Wein one. Len Wein maybe knows. The Sandman always strikes twice. Amazing Spider-Man 154 for $10. And let me get that noted here. David, I'll tell you what, David Corngay. David K. David, welcome. I think that's your first claim there, and I think you got a great Spider-Man book there, David. David K. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us. That's if I don't already have your info, you'll get a text message from me probably on, or a message through Facebook on Monday. So, David, thank you so much. All right. Let's see. We've seen some Spawn proper books. We've seen a lot of DC books. I even think Joker's shown up at least once. $40 here on Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing #3. And, if you don't already recognize, here we've got Spawn crossing over by way of a variant cover of Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing. Graded at 9.8. This is the Tony Daniel Batman Spawn variant cover. It's just really cool. It's one that I was excited when it came out, excited when it got back graded too. With the Claim Joker, that's from Mr. Ricardo. David, and that sounds good. Outstanding. Thank you, David. Expect something from me on Monday. Ricardo, I think you're going to love that graded book. That is, it's awesome. It's an awesome one. And Mark, welcome. I'd seen you on the Claim Spawn there, but I was claimed just a little bit ahead of you there, but it's okay. I'll keep you in mind with some other Spawn stuff. Maybe coming soon. So, here is our foil variant for $60. This is Star Wars Dark Droids #1. I'll be honest. I feel like in person it presents so much better. The silver reflectiveness you're on within the titling of Dark Droids and in R2-D2, it's a great utilization of foil on a cover like that. This is written by Charles Soule, who's also written a whole lot of Darth Vader books, a lot of Darth Vader comics, a lot of Star Wars books. He's also responsible for 8 Billion Genies, among other things. He's written a lot of great things. But this is a very cool Star Wars book, rated at 9.8 for $60. And I tell you what, Mark, you were quick in there. You already kind of had I'll even take the Claim Druid. That'll work. That's okay. No, that's okay. Mark's just not getting in trouble with Disney and Lucasfilm, owning the copyright on Droid. So, Mark, congratulations on that silver variant of that Star Wars Droid book.
First claim.
Yeah, but let's see, we've seen the nice claim with tons of smiley. Well, say there's cry faces, but that's okay. That's okay. Hey, you know, I've put it this way before. If you don't have if you don't have the story of the one that got away, you're not a collector. Buckwild.
Don't forget those over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Comes in. There's an interesting back and forth between Buckwild and Mark here. I enjoy it. I kind of know both of you. I think it's going just fine. Enjoy. Amazing Spider-Man Facsimile Edition. Let me get that out real quick. Graded at 9.8. Again, this is kind of like the X-Men we'd shown earlier. This is displays so wonderfully, and if you need one to just be a placeholder until you get, and we'll say the full 300, or you want one that you can display and not worry too much about, you know, $50 here on the Amazing Spider-Man Facsimile Edition of number 300. Todd McFarlane's classic book, classic cover. It's been homaged so many times that McFarlane did it on 301. he really kind of set the foundation for, you guys are going to see this a bunch of times, and we do. With the claim ASM that's going to Mr. Saul. Saul, congratulations on the Amazing Spider-Man 300 Facsimile Edition. Can't go wrong on that. Ricardo was saying, I wanted something else that's going to come up in the recap anyway. So I'm kind of glad I got it. Oh, I see. I see where we're going now. All right. You know what? And in fact, I'll give you a unique presentation of this. So we have the Spider-Man 300. We know that cover. The next up we have is Vengeance of Vampirella, number 25. That's the homage to Spider-Man's 300 there. Rarely do I get to put those side by side. Only with a facsimile I kind of make that happen. Our Vengeance of Vampirella is $4 on that Vengeance of Vampirella number 25, the ASM 300 homage. Jamie Biggs does our variant cover here. I don't know that that's the same. No, Big E is the cover artist on our TMNT best ofs. Vengeance of Vampirella number 25 with Vampirella versus Mr. Sebastian and the Dance Macabre in there. Henry with the claim Vampirella. Congratulations, Henry.
Henry Hawkins.
Mr. Henry Hawkins, yep. All right. Okay, this will be, I'll be honest, kind of a unique presentation here. Let me help you out here. All right, so this is... Hear me shuffling things? Yeah. All right. This is the way to present this, apparently. These are the Spawn books with the connecting Virgin covers. For $100, they are graded at 9.8, 9.8, 9.8, and 9.4, as you see on screen there. So you get all four of those connecting covers. I'll show them to you all together, but it's because they connect and look so cool that I was just enamored with the 9.8, 9.8, 9.4 set. So for 100, you get all... I'll show you what I got here. I'll show them side by side here with the 9.8, 9.8, 9.8, and 9.4. However, when you put them all together like that, it just looks so dang cool, especially on a screen, on a wall or something like that. So with the first claim slab, that goes to Mr. Ricardo Page. Now, check this out. It's not exactly the only set I've got, but the other one is a little different. So, Buckwild, Justin, you've got opportunity here at the second set, also at $100, but it's a different set of grades, is 9.8, a 9.6, a 9.8, and a 9.6. I feel like I try to keep one's got 3 9.8s, one's got 2, but 9.6s, so I feel like they still kind of balance out. Buckwild, let me know if, with a yes please, if you are still interested in the Connecting Spawn cover set. All four of those that you get first opportunity at the 9.8, 9.8, 9.6, 9.6 run of those. Like I said, it's a unique way. I can't I realized early on, like my camera here is not gonna present as cool as that thing is, as cool as that giant screaming face is. So, Justin Buckwild Robinson, let me know if you are still down for the second spot. Yes, please. Perfect. All right, we're just making people happy tonight. All right, great. All right. Let's go to a beautiful Harley Quinn book by Jenny Frazone. It's just $30. $30 here on Harley Quinn number 27, the Jenny Frazone variant. This is, I think, the third time I've shown a Frazone book here. Give me your Spawn. It's a little personal. Wait, ... Yeah, you can. That's
Let's
okay.
not go blue.
No, not that late yet. Our Harley Quinn number 27, written by Stephanie Phillips, with our Jenny Frazone variant. Again, graded at 9.8 is and Frazone, like I said, just such a unique color palette. But tell me that's not just a beautifully striking moment there, as she worked on like the Something Is Killing the Children covers we'd seen, and the Poison Ivy cover. $30 for that Harley Quinn 27. All right. Let's get back to some other cool. We'll go back to some raw books. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, but you're going to love this one, I think. Spider-Gwen Annual number 1 for $5. Ji Hung Lee does our variant cover with, honestly, it's a take on Spider-Gwen. I mean, it looks gorgeous, but I don't think of this as a potential cover. Then once you see it, it's hard not to consider, like, why has this not been done multiple times? This looks so good. Our Spider-Gwen Annual, our 2023 annual. It's not the very first Spider-Gwen annual, to be fair. It's part of the Contest of Chaos. All the annuals this year have been kind of fun. It's Agatha Harkness is she's pitting heroes against each other. So it's essentially Ghost Spider versus White Fox. Here in our Spider-Gwen Annual number 1, the Ji Hung Lee variant. With that claim, Gwen, going to Mr. Jeremy Parker Ryan. JPR, congrats on that great Spider-Gwen annual book. I like it. That's my RoboCop moment.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Here's a character and an artist I've not mentioned tonight, but they should be mentioned every sale at some point. You have Mighty Thor number 25. So shocked is our camera that I didn't catch the focus on there. Mighty Thor number 25 for $6. This is the J. Scott Campbell anniversary edition. This is the part of the Thor's 60th anniversary. I mentioned Spider-Man's 60th anniversary recently. This is part of the Banner of War arc as well, with Thor versus Hulk within the book as well. J. Scott Campbell providing our Mighty Thor number 25 for $6. Spawn number 313 for $7. This is the black and white Greg Capullo Virgin variant with Plague there front and center. Capullo and McFarlane coming together. I think McFarlane doing the inks very likely. That's from 2020, our Spawn number 313. Army of Darkness, 1979, number 1 for $5. Just $5 here on this book from Dynamite Entertainment. Jason Sean Alexander of some Spawn fame does the cover here for Army of Darkness 1979. If you're an Army of Darkness fan at all, make sure that you have maybe on a pull list, if you maybe haven't checked out yet the new Army of Darkness miniseries coming soon. Tony Fleece is the writer on it, and I've heard the pitch. It's brilliant. If you like it, you like Army of Darkness, you're gonna love this newest Army of Darkness series that's coming soon too. And Acclaim Spawn from Buck Wild, from Buck Wild Robinson there. That's a gnarly cover. Yes, it is. That, yeah, the Spawn and Army of Darkness are both pretty. Gnarly is a word I should use more often to describe some of these. Let's see. There was the Del Auto Spider-Man the pair of covers that we'd seen earlier. However, I've got Moon Knight #1 for $8. This is the Gabriel Del Auto's bloody color variant. Bloody, what do they call it? Bloody color splash. This is Moon Knight's from 2021 here, and Claim Army. I've got you on that, Mr. Justin N. Justin, congrats on there. And with the Claim. Let me see. I had 2 quick claims in there, but the first, I just mooned on first and then claim MK. But the first claim MK, we're going to Mr. Josh B. Josh, congrats on the Moon Knight Del Auto. You got it. You guys were quick on that. You guys are very quick on that. This is a book I support wholeheartedly. It's such a cool one-shot. DC Silent Tales for $6. The Silent Tales book here is illustrated. It's entirely by Gustavo Durante, and the entire book. I don't know where he's from, but it doesn't matter because it's almost in a Sergio Aragonés style. That the stories are told with no word balloons. It doesn't need any captions. They are truly silent tales. It's a lesson in storytelling, and it's comic art at its finest here. And you do get, we'll say, Harley stories, Batman stories, Joker, Superman. It's more than just the DC lineup you see on the cover here. But $6 for that one shot, which includes 6 stories in Silent Tales #1. Like I said, one I stand by. That's just such a cool book. Captain America Cold War Alpha #1 for $5. Like I said, Alpha followed by Omega. So this is the first of the Captain America Cold War arc, that miniseries with Alex Ross providing the variant cover, our Baron Zemo Timeless full art variant. That's the symbol of truth, Sentinel of Liberty crossover, all that come together. Claim Cap, that's going to Mr. Ricardo Page. Ricardo, congratulations on the Captain America Alpha. Okay, you know what? I think I have more than one of this if you are interested. Spawn #330 for just $3. It's cover price on the black blank variant of Spawn 330. It's part of the Spawn's Crusade. It also, and as for the Spawn fans that we have here in the chat today, if you don't already know about Spawn Con coming to Denver, check it out. Iron Line's not going to be there, but Lance might be there, just because it is an all Spawn convention being hosted in Denver. One of our regulars here in the chat was the one to enlighten me of it, and I've been able to kind of pass the word along.
How will you decide which shirt to wear?
I know. I have a very cool Spawn shirt that I got in the 90s. That is where I will strut it very wonderfully. Classy today this way. Classy at SpawnCon in another way. The Claim Spawn, going to Ricardo Page. He's got the blank Spider-Man and the blank Spawn here this evening. Those are, you got a lot of cool canvases with which to work. All right, let's go to, I'm glad I showed the Silver Surfer early on, because Ron Lim keeps coming up, and some of those arcs with Thanos in them keep coming up too. We got the Infinity Crusade for $25. This is the 6-part Infinity Crusade series with the gold foil cover of #1, which is the first full appearance of Goddess. It's the embodiment of Adam Warlock's good side. We've kind of had some within some of the newest Adam Warlock arcs. We've had Eve Warlock come of that. See what they did there. Jim Starling, the writer, Ron Lim, the artist, continuing the from where Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War then leads to the Infinity Crusade. $25 for the full 6-part series from 1993. Would you guys be able to get a hardcover Secret War? is it one that's being ordered? Message me if it's one you'd like ordered or something like that. Because I mean, we can look ahead potentially, but it's honestly we don't usually keep hardcovers on our shelf. It's just kind of it's a steep price point for how often they turn over. So, but it's one I'm not against ordering. If you're interested, message me, Ricardo, and we can see about a Secret War hardcover set. I don't know, but I want one, but I know how they go. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, and then I've got the 4-part series here of Hulk Planet. Hulk Planet numbers 9, 10, 11, and then 14 is the finale. Ryan Otley, who I had pointed out did the Amazing Spider-Man, the lizard cover that we'd seen earlier. He is the artist on these. Donnie Cates is the writer, but Ryan Otley also contributing to some of the writing on these as well. That it's kind of after the Thor and Titan crossovers with Hulk versus Monolith. Range from 2022 to 2023. Our Planet Hulk, 4 books for $10. Again, very, very modest price point for a cool story like that. Okay. Okay, gents. So Mr. Buckwild. Okay, gents, I'm out. Everyone have a great night and weekend. Thank you for joining us. That's all right. We're just about to our recap, so I understand. But I got another cool set here. 1, 2, 3. You get the variant of issues 1 and 2. However, they just all present so well. $15 here on the Batman 3 Jokers. Jason Fabok does all the covers for the books, and he also the interior work, all written by Jeff Johns. And this, honestly, very, very popular series, took another go at what could be Joker's origin? ? It's kind of old. With the claim 3 Jokers going to Mr. Dave Sturgis. Dave, congratulations on the Trace Jokers. En Espanol. J. Scott Campbell is on our Thor cover, and this is the second time I get to say his name this evening. For $125, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 30. This is volume 2, number 30 from 2001. J. Michael Straczynski is taking a very successful run of Spider-Man in this era, and the other thing Marvel was able to finagle, which was great, is a run of J. Scott Campbell covers. John Romita Jr. does the interior work, but it's the Campbell covers, which have some iconic Mary Jane covers, iconic moments like this with Campbell providing to the Spider-Man canon wonderfully here. Graded at 9.8, our book from 2001 with our J. Scott Campbell Amazing Spider-Man number 30. If you go by legacy numbering, it's number 471. It's the first appearance of Ezekiel and Moreland, and this is also the first, as I said, J. Michael Straczynski with a very successful run of writing. This is his first Spider-Man book as well. So he starts his run here. J. Scott Campbell at lots of cool stuff here. Alrighty, I think we're into recap territory, don't you think? All right, let's go through some recap. Maybe we got something else to share too. Well, almost certainly. Okay. And I know I maybe even started a little bit earlier than I usually do, so this might be your first opportunity to see some of these books. Again, as I always stress, is where it's real important to have a claim, something related to that as well. Josh, thank you for joining us, and you have a good evening too. Thanks. All right. The first book we showed this evening was Uncanny X-Men, number 209 for $5. It's from 1986, written by Chris Claremont with John Romita Jr. artwork. His name's come up a few times. He's done a lot of stuff. His name should come up often. Superman, Man of Steel, the second print of issue 17, with the first cameo appearance of Doomsday from 1992, where they start teasing that major antagonist and major villain within the DC universe. Doomsday's cameos in Man of Steel number 17. Where they start teasing.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Yep. Star Wars Han Solo number 2 with the Art Adams Chewbacca variant. I like Art Adams' work, and I like his work on Chewbacca just the same. $4 for that. The 1 in 10 ratio variant of Miles Morales Spider-Man number 38 with the first appearance of the Spider Smasher. And we have the design cover with Billy Morales and that Spider Smasher right there on the cover. $8 for that 1 in 10 ratio variant. Batman number 137 for $5. As the reintroduction of Vandal Savage, written by Chip Zdarsky. $5 for that relatively new but potential key Batman book there. X-Men number 21. Again, if you didn't get an opportunity to see this one yet, it is gorgeous. Miguel Mercado does the Virgin Juggernaut variant, the Unknown Comics exclusive edition. 15 for that strikingly simple but beautiful Juggernaut. It's not Avengers, it is Defenders. Defenders number 6, the lenticular variant for $5, a lenticular homage to Avengers 16. Let's see, we got the X-Men Unknown Comics full art Virgin variant next to the Rogue and Gambit Unknown Comics Ivan Tao Virgin variant. $20 for that. Rogue and Gambit number 3. Beautiful cover of two favorite X-Men characters for so many. They're awesome and awesome together. Robin, the 80th anniversary, the Frank Miller variant cover, the homage to the 80s variant cover by Frank Miller and Alex Sinclair, with 100 pages of great Robin stories in there from all sorts of great creators: Wolfman, Dixon, Seeley, King. The trade paperback of Amazing Spider-Man Presents Anti-Venom for $10. This reprints Anti-Venom numbers 1 through 3 with some additional content in there as well. It was printed in 2010. Fortnite Marvel Zero War number 5, which just sounds like I'm just spitting out a bunch of random things together. The Ryan Brown variant with our Fortnite characters and Marvel characters going against Doctor Doom. It's Spider-Gwen on the cover that I particularly liked. I like some of the, we'll say the color choices and color palette that Ryan Brown used there. $6 on that Fortnite Marvel's Zero War with the redemption code. It's still polybag, not yet redeemed. With the claim Anti-Venom going to Mr. Jason Jones. Jason, I think you'll like that. Congratulations. Star Wars Union number 3, an old Dark Horse book. $8 with that Marriage of Luke and Mara Jade. That book from 2000. Hawkeye number 1. This is the comic Hawkeye, not the MASH one. Newsstand edition from 1983 for $15. With the origin of Hawkeye and Mockingbird, kind of their first meetup. 15. Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance Omega number 1. That's for $5 with a cover done by Ryan Stegman. He's so rocking. Ricardo page with the Fortnite. Ricardo, congratulations on that Fortnite Marvel Zero War number 5. Got you on that. And you'll have to get that redemption code. I'm pretty sure they're still valid. I think they're good for they're good for a long time, from what I understand. Mighty Thor number 25, the J. Scott Campbell variant, a chapter within the Banner of War with the 60th anniversary of Thor. $6 for the Mighty Thor 25, a big anniversary size book too. It's gigantic. Silent Tales number 1 from DC Silent Tales number 1, the all silent book for $6. Like I said, I love that book. It's very, very cool.
Sets and slabs.
All right, let's look at some other runs here. Some of these, it's in kind of random order. That's okay. You got the Hulk Planet arc. 4 Hulk books, numbers 9, 10, 11, and 14. That's putting together the Donny Cates Ryan Otley run of that Hulk Planet for $10. It's a very good price point for those 4. Here we've got the Stuff of Nightmares for $12. That's the 4-part chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 from Boom Studios and R.L. Stein. Henry with the Claim Hulk. I'm glad this fills in for some of that for you, Henry. Congratulations on the Hulk Planet, the Donny Cates and Otley books. R.L. Stein's Stuff of Nightmares, which it delivers on what it's promising here. It's a more mature. Francavilla does our covers here. It's R.L. Stein's first creator-owned series, and product of Boom Studios. And Dave, thank you for just making me laugh by way of reading the claim stuff. Perfect. I know what you mean. It feels like that could just be the whole night.
Was he just telling you to stuff it?
Oh, maybe. Dave Sturgis. Thank you, Dave. enjoy the stuff of nightmares. It's a nice dark read.
Stuff it.
Infinity Crusade, numbers 1 through 6 of 6, with covers by Ron Lim. Interior art by Ron Lim. This came out in 93 with the first full appearance of Goddess on the gold foiled Crusade number 1, 25 for the entire Infinity Crusade run. And we had the Amazing Spider-Man Return of Dr. Octopus. Here's in Spider-Man numbers 27 through 30, with Ed McGuinness providing the cover and the artwork in there as well. Again, a nice price point for a cool run of Amazing Spider-Man with Doc Ock. He has upgraded tentacles and stuff too. I don't know. That's noted as one of the keys in there. Sure, he's always upgrading that, I imagine. But we got some great, beautiful slab comics showcase here. We'll show them up 2 at a time. Poison Ivy number 8 for $40, graded at 9.8. That's the Jenny Frozone variant cover. Again, just beautiful here. In fact, do I have another? Yeah, we'll put them side by side. I mean, they kind of pair together, anyways. We got the Jenny Frozone Poison Ivy number 8, and then the Harley Quinn number 27 by Jenny Frozone as well. That Frozone variant of Harley, number 27 for $30, and Ivy for $40. Yeah, that's a great pairing of those two styles. So those two characters by way of a great artist. Batman, number 497, Breaking of the Bat, graded at 9.8, a pivotal moment in the Batman mythos. Bane breaks Batman's back here in 497 in 1993 for $75, graded at 9.8. Alex Ross does our timeless cover here of Emma Frost, graded at 9.8. This is the Wolverine number 31, but the Alex Ross's take on Emma Frost from that era. And in fact, I mentioned how I thought they kind of paired together, so we'll see them side by side here too. So 60s, 70s Emma Frost next to Emma Frost of today. For $60, we've got the Sins of Sinister number 1 with graded at 9.8, also at 9.8. That one done by Art Germ. Yeah, that presentation one too is very cool. Cool Frost. Yeah. Proud of myself sometimes. Spider-Geddon number 0. That's the Clayton Crane second printing cover, as he also did the interior artwork here of this Spider-Geddon number 0. Graded at 9.8. This book's from 2018, a few years back now, about 5 years back. $60 for a 9.8 Clayton Crane cover. A Mark Brooks variant cover, signed by Mark Brooks, graded at 9.6. Princess Leia number 1. This book from 2015, a very cool addition to a Star Wars collection. And as I said, there's a lot of cool stuff going on in that Mark Brooks illustration on there within the Leia silhouette. The 9.6 graded at 7.5. And all right, I think that's one you might have been thinking of. Ricardo with Claim Star Wars PL. Princess Leia. Ricardo, that is such a good looking book. Enjoy. I hope you love that. That's really awesome. And then we have the first solo Moon Knight story. First, we'll say headlining Moon Knight story is in Marvel Spotlight number 28, one of those all-time keys, just kind of the evergreen keys that will always come back. Set graded at 7.5 for $125. The Marvel Spotlight number 28, Moon Knight coming from Werewolf by Night. And then Amazing Spider-Man volume 2, number 30. Their first kind of restart, well, kind of the first restart of Spider-Man. Issue number 30, Legacy number 471, in which J. Michael Straczynski starts his terrific run on Amazing Spider-Man with that cover by J. Scott Campbell. Lots of cool stuff here. All right. I feel like there's a moment left here. Let's.
6:59.
All right. Well, then I guess we got one more here. All right. Graded at 6.0. This is one that, like, I don't know. People ask for it by number, and they should. Graded at 6.0. Amazing Spider-Man number 194. 225 on the first appearance of Black Cat. Felicia Hardy's first appearance here is in ASM number 194 from 1979. Marv Wolfman is the writer, and Felicia Hardy makes that debut here. And it's even, I mean, the design of it is very interesting too. Having her that fall away look that is emulated on on other covers even today, like John Tyler Christopher does a lot of fall away things, but here it is just happening naturally, where Black Cat not only debuts in the book, but here on the cover. Never let the Black Cat cross your path. The startling new villainous, where it's a very Marvel thing to do. They're the bad guy, and then later on we'll double back. We'll come back. They're a good guy. You guys like him that much, we're gonna make him a good guy. It happened on Moon Knight. It happened with Gambit. It happened with just there's so many characters. Hawkeye. He was a bad guy first, then he became good. Here are Amazing Spider-Man 194 with the first appearance of Black Cat for 225. I tell you what, we've shown some really cool books here this evening, and let's see. I got one more. Well, let's do a. We'll close with the trivia. I know you guys like the free ones here, but I'm gonna. You guys can, and we've kind of, honestly, you could put it together. Like I've already answered this question at some point tonight. Ooh. Yeah, I know. So, the closing trivia question. There are currently 4 regular Spawn series. They are Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, Scorched, and what? What is the 4th regular Spawn series that I have not mentioned on this list here? Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, Scorched, and ... There's one other Spawn book that, again, you know the title. We've mentioned it tonight. And I see the right answer in there a couple times already. Jeremy Parker Ryan with King and Dave Sturgis with King Spawn. You are both correct. You're going to get that King Spawn number 5. There you go. That was the one missing from that list.
I'm sorry, who were they?
Mr. Dave Sturgis and Jeremy Parker Ryan. There's the full thing there. Answer King Spawn. And I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun this evening. I'll recap too. We've got on Monday, October 2nd, is Comic Trade Night. I hope I got that. It's Monday. I'm sure about that part. From 6 to 8. If you're local to Springs or want to visit, you should come check it out. It is a lot of fun. We'll meet up with some other cool comic fans there, and we can bring some books that you're looking to trade or trade up or trade across, or like, I've read these. I'm good. That's a terrific place to kind of showcase those. We have silent auction going on there. We'll have you'll get some other free. There's some other free books available. We've got trivia with prizes. You guys slay my trivia these evenings like this. We got some raffle items, free raffle items that we'll be giving away too. Along with that, you just gotta it's a good community. And then on Monday is National Comic Book Day. If that's not on your calendar already, that's okay. It's not a national holiday yet. Maybe we can get some banks to close one day. But for now, it's an unofficial National Comic Book Day. So come to the Iron Lion. We've got, you can get 30% off the commissary in the store, 15% off of the slabs and books that are behind the glass. It's a heck of a sale. It's going to be awesome, I hope. If there's some stuff you've had your eye on, maybe that kind of tips the scale for you. So come visit us on Monday, but beyond that, come back next Friday here. We'll be here, same bat time, same bat channel. We love you guys.